Let's make a mushroom fruiting chamber. To start with, this is a 32 quart tub. Got it from Walmart. They're very, very inexpensive. Tubs that are smaller than 32 quarts will fit in the dishwasher, but we're gonna have to clean this one by hand. That's totally okay. Now the two main tubs are gonna be SGFCs, or shotgun fruiting chamber, and then monotubs. Most of the time when people make tubs, you see them putting holes on the side just for ventilation and for fresh air. We're not going to do that. We've been finding that putting them on top of the lid is going to be the absolute best way to go. Now, everything that we're going to need for this is going to be 70% isopropyl alcohol, some cloth micropore tape, a pair of scissors to cut the tape. We're going to need a jar, we're going to need a permanent marker, and we're going to need a soldering gun. Here's why. You do not have to use a pen. It's completely optional. And I'm not going to use it on the next one, but it's basically just to help us out and give us the exact size of the hole that we need. And we're going to need the soldering gun, which you're going to want to do outside in a well-ventilated area, or you can use the fan right on every single microwave. We're going to poke little holes just because it's going to be easier. If you have a better way, we've done this also by just blasting this with a torch. It works just as good. You'll need a little water sprayer as well. But once we have all the little holes around, we just stick it in and then you slowly pull it right along this little stencil that we drew, and it'll literally make the perfect hole. Once we have that hole, we'll cover it with micropore tape. Looks really does not matter. We're looking and going for functionality here. What we're going to do now is wash out the tub before we cover the holes with micropore tape. Since this one does not fit in the dishwasher, we're going to spray it in the bathtub with bleach on the top, the bottom, the sides, the outside of the tub, the inside of the lid, literally every inch of this tub. We are going to clean it out. We're going to wipe it down with paper towels. And even for paper towels, I go an extra step because these are obviously sitting in open air environments, and I'll pull off at least one complete rotation, and then I'll use the paper towels that were underneath that just as an extra precaution. Once we have everything cleaned out with bleach, it's wiped down, it doesn't have to be completely dry, we're going to go ahead and cover the holes with micropore tape. After we do that, we're actually going to take packing tape and we're going to cover the perimeter of the micropore tape that we put over these holes, because the temps that are going on inside of here, whether you're using an all-in-one manure super grow bag, a Shipmaster, the Monotub mashup kit, do it your damn self grow kit, whatever's going on inside of this tub, the temperatures being these holes will make it almost a perfect environment. The humidity can sometimes break up that micropore tape. So using the tape on the outside perimeter is just going to be an extra precaution. It's not needed and it's an optional step. But this is the tub so far. We need to take out those pieces in there. This is what everything looks like, and that is exactly where we want it. Only two holes are going to be on the top. Micropore tape is on, Scotch tape is on to help hold that. Now, here, just like the title says, is an extremely important next step, and it's something that'll help you no matter where you live. Inside of here is a 360 fruiting grate with tin foil. This grate is on about a 20-degree angle. And we're doing it like that so that the water will drain off. These are what the grates look like. You can literally use anything. I've used really cheap shelving. I've used old grates from a grill. Sometimes you'll have to cut them. Sometimes you'll have to break them, bend them, modify them so that they fit inside of the tub. But we really only use grates if we're fruiting things like the do-it-your-damn-self grow kit, the Shipmaster 1000, the Shipmaster Mini, the all-in-one mini super bag, the XL super bag, the BRF super bag, pretty much any of the bags from our site. But most people will use a trash bag. They'll put it in the bottom of the tub and they'll cover it up. They're doing this to stop side pins and bottom fruits that will eventually decay and break your block. Now, that does not go for bags, so we're taking that out. But I'm explaining it this way because we aren't going to put anything in the bottom. We're going to let light through on all sides, and we're only doing that because we're going to put substrate in here with colonized grain spawn, mix it all up, let it recolonize all of that manure super mix that we put inside. Once it's done, we're we're going to flip this tub over 180 degrees. Take out the fully colonized block. We'll put another grate inside of the other tub that we make, and then we'll be able to put that whole colonized block right on top of a grate, obviously without tin foil, but that will allow 360 fruiting on a huge block. And that's something that you don't see a lot of other people do, but it's extremely, extremely beneficial. And having that grate inside of there, even with a huge block, is also easily maneuvered. So when it comes time to take it out and grab those bottom fruits and side pins that normally most people don't want and they want to avoid, it's going to be extremely easy. That's why we make all of our monotubs this way. And now you know how to do it and why too. Last step that I'm going to give you is, if you're in a cold environment, what you can do is put perlite inside of the tub. You'll put about 1.5 inches of perlite in there. Then you'll dump water inside. Let that perlite hydrate for about 24 hours. After that, you can take off the lid, turn the tub to its side, put your hand on the end, let all that excess water drain out, and then that perlite in your cold environment or high altitude environment will allow everything to survive and thrive. So there's multiple uses for a different monotub, fruiting chamber, whatever you have, and that is why you see us change it up all the time. Like I said, this one is going to be for Shipmaster 1000 and an all-in-one manure super grow bag. And then we're going to make another tub the exact same way. And that tub will be utilized on a 360 fruiting grate inside of here, and it'll allow fruits on the bottom, the sides, and the top. We're going to take up all the space and give those mushrooms plenty of room to play. Much love, happy growing, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on FullSendOrganics.com for more.